Hello and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. Last time we ended up dealing with more Dark Eldar. Was it Dark Eldar? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. You can tell how much I really was focused. I just kind of blew through them. Kind of the curse of the low level stuff you don't really remember, you just kind of shoot and scoot. But what I do remember is we are on the last two missions of this stage of the invasion. So we'll jump into those real quick.
The enemy is here, preying on the weak and using craven tricks against the defenders of mankind. Perhaps we should find their leaders and give them a fair share of their own medicine.
So, I was thinking, as every one of these videos seems to start, but, so you know how the Empire man, since, like, the Great Crusade, even, like, before that, before the Horus Heresy and all that, like, humanity's just been going out finding other races and being like, hey, you aren't human, or you aren't like us, time to die. I realized how... You ever think about how everything would have been if the Empire actually wasn't completely genocidal? Like, there have been other races that have been technologically advanced we probably could have worked with to deal with chaos. Or the Tyranids. Or the Orcs. Or the Necrons. Or the Tau. Or literally anyone. We could have worked with these other technologically advanced races to deal with these other Xenos, and it's just like, nope. We gotta flatten these dudes, and that's how it's gonna be. And it's like, I feel like the Empire, I would say indirectly, but it is directly, has screwed up their own galactic progression by just flattening everyone.
Overheat.
And it's... I understand, but it's also so agitating. But then it's weird, because you have groups like the Jakaro, who are monkey people, and they're just like, yeah, you know, we're fine with you guys. It's like, really? You're cool with the monkey men? Kinda weird. But whatever. I remember there was one group, they had battle suits that made them look like centaurs, and they had energy bows, like bow and arrows, but they would create like energy arrows. And it's so cool, and we're never going to get those as miniatures. I would totally rock a Cyber Centaur army. Or having them as auxiliaries for Imperial Guard. You know, these fast attack cavalry, effectively. That would be so cool. But no, we don't get that. We don't get cool stuff here. Or in lore, we never get any cool things from Archaeotech. It's like, oh, we went into this abandoned dome in the city, this undercity of this hive world, and braved the dangers of nuclear waste and mutants and poop goblins. And we came out with this rare Archaeotech that teaches us how to make a panini press. And it's like, dude, I don't care. Ooh, you made a panini press that's slightly bigger than your standard, you know, Mars pattern panini press. I want cool stuff. I want my mecha centaurs. Though I do understand you can't feasibly give the Empire all the cool stuff, because then it's going to end up undercutting other items and units they have, you know. Oh, we have this dope-ass new artillery unit. Well, then basilisks or medusas or something gets, you know, ignored. So you gotta kind of balance it out, but like I've said, then introduce new races. Or sub-factions, or something. It would be cool.
If I can't silence this alarm, that is some serious resistance. I'm not kidding.
Like, I've seen a lot of people recently, I mean, people have always been kind of mad about it, but as of late I've seen a lot of people really disappointed in, like, the Primaris Marine stuff, which I do get. In terms of, like, the creativeness behind some of the stuff, some of their units were created to counter the meta, and it really sucks. Because I feel like instead of creating new units to counter the meta, you should be adjusting point values. I think we can all agree adjusting a point value is a lot safer way of tweaking a meta, because this way you're not saying, hey, your good unit sucks now. It's just, hey, you can't field as many of your good units. You know, they still get the novelty of being powerful and unique, while also kind of reining it in a, what I would argue is a fair manner. But like I always say when it comes to stuff, what do I know? I'm just a dude on the internet. What do I know about balancing? It's not like I've ever had to balance anything in my life. Just seems like kind of, it's a wasted opportunity to sit there and instantly just nerf stuff. Like I said a while back now, you know, everybody should be OP. When everyone's OP, no one's OP. Hell, I remember people making that argument back in Destiny.
You severed the head. Now you can watch the body.
That's why people wanted to have multiple exotics. Which, actually, now that I think about it, I understand why they balanced it so you can only have one exotic. Because no one would use anything else. And that would stagnate the game horribly. So that was one I actually understood, but 40k, no. Everyone should be able to be kind of busted. You just shouldn't be able to field as many busted units. If I could actually get executions, that would be useful, but I never can. Okay, Rebel Guard is our final thing. Silence the guns, that's pretty easy.
Insertion complete. Transferring target coordinates of hostile artillery units to your tactical sensorium. Silence these guns before the Imperium's finest get pounded into oblivion. Good hunting.
Imperial reconnaissance forces located. Potentially useful assets, but their current situation is terminal. Immediate action required. reconnaissance force relieved. Send basic, follow and protect order to the survivors.
Loading.
Now that the orcs and Tyranids are to be getting some new units, I'm trying to think, who's the last group to get anything new? I'm thinking Tau at this point? I think Tau, yeah. Oh, a little bit of old news at this point, but apparently there's a new Kill Team box set that's going to feature Tau and Sisters of Battle, which is really cool. I love seeing more stuff for Sisters of Battle. Yeah, I think... it might be Dark Eldar. They might be... I mean, honestly, Dark Eldar and Eldar, I feel like are forgotten 9 times out of 10. Personally, I don't care when it comes to the Eldar because I really don't care about them. Dark Eldar, I'm a little more interested in because they actually have some visible unit diversity. You know, it's... You know, you got the Scythes and the Medusas and all that stuff, so there's actually non-Eldar units within their roster. But, yeah, standard Eldar, I can't remember when the last time they got something new.
You did short work of that one, Inquisitor, but there is more.
Have Imperial Guard got anything new? Like, that's the sad part, I can't remember. Because every time something new comes out, it has like a 95% chance of just being more stuff for Primaris Marines. It's like, oh hey, we're releasing a new tank. Is it for Primaris? Yes. But we're also releasing a new speeder vehicle. Is it for Primaris? Also yes. But don't worry, we have a new set of commanders for Primaris. It's the most agitating thing, because yes, they do need to have units to bring their roster up to speed. But I've said this before, it was never necessary. There was no point where it's like, oh, we need to make Primaris Marines.
I slay in thy name.
It's like we just never needed, 100% needed Primaris. I said it before, I'll say it again, I'll say it probably in a couple videos from now, I'll say it a million times. What we needed and still need are diverse units for each, like, chapter.
Loading.
You know, prime example is just look at Horus Heresy. Everybody had their own unique units that made their factions or sub-factions feel unique. And it was cool. Or here's one. Do more for the Space Wolves on their cryo beams. There are people who I know who play 40k or are interested in 40k didn't even know they have the equivalent of like a melta weapon, but it's a cryo beam.
In the name of the Emperor, of course.
And it's exclusive to them. But no one knows. It's just like, oh yeah, here's a thing that you can equip on some of your units and your like Storm Ravens. And then they're just like, yep, moving on. We don't need to expand on this. You know, why would we do... Wow, that's gonna be... Oh my god, that is actually incredibly annoying. Turrets and summoning mines. At least this guy's going down easy. Ooh, explosion. Yeah, it's just... stuff like that bugs me. Or... I know this is a minor complaint, but could we get more Psyker abilities? I look at Warhammer Fantasy, I know comparing the two is always terrible because they're completely different things, they just share similarities. But when you look at magic, you know, you got death magic, or lore of magic, or not lore of magic, lore of vampires, lore of death, lore of metal, lore of life, fire, beasts, high magic. You got specifically green skin magic. You got specifically Nehekara magic. Shadows. The depths. Like, there's a lot of magic.
At your command.
And I would love to have, like, lore of metal. I think it'd be so cool to have a chaos sorcerer or some psyker, and he's just like, yo, look up, it's now raining, like, molten metal, have fun, loser. And then just a dude getting just coated in molten metal and dying. That would be cool. It's brutal, but it's cool. Instead, it feels like psychic abilities are shoot lightning, summon fire, or die. And it's not, oh, you use, you know, your psychic abilities to kill someone. No, you die. A cosmic warp fart killed you, you know. It loses a bit of its veneer and its neatness to it when
You are still alive and more or
you know, you
less
see the
in
same
one
abilities
piece.
a million
That's a
times.
success, I guess. Initiating exfiltration rituals.
And I get it, to a degree. Some magic could never fully transfer over, and it'd be kind of redundant. Why shoot a fireball when you have a rocket? But I'd still like to have that stuff. You know, make psychers more appealing for actual use, so that their counters have a purpose. Because people in competitive, if nobody uses psychers, you're never going to see the counters, because then, if you know nobody's going to use them, there's no point. At least this way, if psychers are a viable option, you can sit there and go, oh damn, should I put a counter in my army? You know, is it worth having this potentially fail and this unit being less useful? Or do I forsake the unit and risk getting just dumpstered by psychers? Or do I take the risk and potentially dumpster psychers? Just me, though. I've said it before, build diversity to me is everything. The more diversity people have and more options, the better. It makes things more fun, makes things less predictable, and in general just makes for a fun game. I have to burn... I think I have to burn energy. I have to check, I think I have to burn adrenaline for stuff. I just can't remember. Ooh. Wow, that sucks. That's not bad. And that is the end of Stage 2. Now we're on to Stage 3, which we will pick up next time. And that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.